Hello guys and welcome to my channel where we're trying to build the Egyptian empire in Predynastic Egypt. So where we left off, we completed the barracks, and the barracks is a bit of a different type of building because you can paste in as many people as you want here. And this will basically generate a new resource, which is soldiers, and it will generate soldiers each turn. So if we try to go here, we can see that they have 265 soldiers now. So basically, once you discover soldiers, they will each different other tribes will have a different level of soldiers, and you'll need to have basically more than them in order to beat it. And we'll gonna reach a new type of a new mechanic, which will be combat. Now, before we actually start to subdue all of the other tribes that we have here, we should start adding more people there. So I think I'm gonna prioritize a bit working with soldiers. We could build some other sections. How much do we have to wait? So we have to wait 42 until we get the next power. And I think I'm gonna actually gonna build this construction here, the burial with animals. Do we have enough to work on it right now? No, we don't. But we should have enough next turn, and then we can use the power to actually construct it. Here it says move the worker for some reason. Do we need to move the worker here? Okay, now it allows us to hit next turn. So we have the person working on the barracks. Now barracks are a special type of building because you can place as many people as you want, and each turn they will generate an extra 12 soldiers for our city here. Now we have 3 extra people which we can subdue, and these guys are pretty weak. So I think I'm actually gonna do this. I'm gonna try to subdue them, because we should have enough soldiers right now to actually conquer that tribe. So let's hit next turn. Now we had the debuff on cattle breeding, but we should have enough to do the production, and with this should be reduced by 1 turn, so that's good. We could discover the next technology, which is mud bricks. It just gives us 2 extra production each turn. We might want to get this next to discover colonies. Again, we should start exploring different sections. but I'm just gonna wait until we have fully conquered our region before we are going to start to get the next to try to explore the rest of the map. Here we can get a 5% bonus per turn either to culture or to authority. I'm actually gonna do it to culture because that will give us a bit more there. And now on this tile we have a bonus to authority, which sure we can use. So you can also use tiles on the Egypt map or on the settlement map. So what you discover you can also use there. And I think I'm gonna move a person there while we finish with conquering this tribe. We still have enough to get an extra person, and we might want to place him on this tile to get some extra soldiers and fulfill this mission a bit faster, and also getting those extra people there, extra soldiers. Here it's said that one of the tribes in the neighboring settlement is impressed with our success and they want to join us, so we gain extra 300 culture one time and an extra production and growth each turn. Plus we have a new cult available, which I think is this one, which will give us an extra, I think this gives us a bonus for battles. This I think we can use to improve our scouting. And this one will also help us with battle, which will give us a minus 10% or efficiency of trade for the next 10 turns. But we'll see. We can pick a new technology. So this gives us a culture and an authority buff. This gives us a buff to food and production, and this allows us to build colonies. I don't want to focus on colonies right now, so I think I'm gonna pick this just to improve the technology research a bit more. So I'm gonna pick that because I don't think we're gonna focus on colonies just now. I think I'm gonna pick this one to improve scouting. Maybe we'll finish this one by then and we can focus a bit more on exploration. And yeah, now we have this mission, which I think is to assemble all of the different types and actually conquer them. We could actually unite with this one and subdue this one. Let's attack. We beat them pretty easily. Let's actually wait on that mission because I want to have this done so that we have enough soldiers to be able to also finish this mission. So we're just gonna hit next turn for now and see how this results. This is the battle scheme, by the way. You basically just need to overwhelm your enemy to make sure that you win without much losses. And we got this tile back. Here, let's try to finish all of the different tribes. So we have 3 of the 6 tribes. Let's hit subdue again. I think I'm just gonna do all of the tribes right now. Maybe we'll manage to do a gold for this challenge, and the final one has 222. How much do we need to unite? Quite a lot. Okay, sure. Let's risk it. For this battle, we might actually lose. But we were lucky. We started a bit better. We could have lost this battle, but at the start was good. We lost a lot of soldiers in this event, but actually we managed to do it. We managed to do it really fast, and we got a gold victory on this. And it improved this region a lot. But anyways, we managed to defeat that event, but now we should try to rush this event now and train 500 people. For building, we could build this. This will be available in, I think, 3 turns. So I think we can wait a bit on that. Is there something else that we can do? We try to conquer this. How does this look? $294 is a bit too much for us. I'm gonna move that guy in there just to get some bonus of production, and I'll go to next turn. Here I think I'm gonna pay the 2 food per turn for a minus 5% production cost. I think that's a bit more because buildings now cost about 60 production, while a worker costs 40. So I'm gonna pick elephant here. So this should be a bit cheaper to build. And we produce 24 per turn. This will cost 28, so let's actually go ahead and try to build it. and then we'll move on. New technology. I think we're gonna pick this because it provides more building options for the future. So we're gonna pick this that we can build something in the near future, and pretty soon we'll get to pick a new call. So we could pick this one, or we can go ahead and pick Horus, or maybe even this one to get a bit more food so that we can get more people. But we'll see. I kind of want to have some people available to start scouting. So I think I'm actually gonna free one person and start scouting along the Nile. Here for the cult, I think I either want to pick Pawnat or Forfed Fathers. This should give us a lot of culture, and this should allow us to get more technologies, because right now we do have a lot of productions which we can use. We could use more people. We have 4 extra people that we can add to our settlement without any downsides. I think I'm just gonna rush this thing. So I would choose this because we get the bonus from this one, and this should allow us to pick technologies a bit faster. So I'm gonna go with that. This will give us a lot of benefits in terms of culture at each spot. So basically every person that we work with should give us extra culture. And this hopefully will give us a lot of benefits for picking up new technologies. We get also a benefit from hunting, gathering, farming, and cattle breeding. So let's see now, what tiles should we actually pick? This one I think is pretty good. We can add a person and move him in here for the bonus culture. They will be done in 2 turns. I'm a bit tempted to pick that people up and try to place them in other tiles, but I think this should be okay. This should be okay. So we'll get a lot of authority bonus. The next one will cost us 49 authority. We do have some buildings we can do. So we can construct our first colony, which will give us some improvements to population, and that region will get 2 hammers. Simple barracks we already built. We could also pick this simple workshop building, which I think will improve these buildings right here, which might be an option. will cost us 47 production, which I don't think we can sustain right now, or we might be able to do it. We are close to our limit. So yeah, I think I'm gonna try to build the simple workshop. And is there someone I want to take to actually construct it? Honestly, the culture benefit is too good, so I'm gonna keep it like this for now. I'm not gonna actually start building it for now. I'm gonna wait for this benefit to go down and then I'm gonna start constructing it. Next turn, these guys should be ready. And maybe I'm gonna put one of them into constructing that. So we've explored some extra tribes. Let's start constructing that. We can get the next technology. Can we actually trade with these guys? Yes, we can. They will offer us free hammers for one food. If we raided them, this will give us extra hammers. I think I'm gonna actually try to raid here for the extra food. And this is also hammers. I really do want food now. Okay, let's just get to the next turn. We still have some benefits from the Green Sahara and from for culture. Oh, and I had one person which didn't do anything, unfortunately. We'll just move him here. That was a small mistake. We have about 300 soldiers. Here they ask us to bribe them because one of our person apparently committed a crime against their people. We're just gonna refuse. So we have a one-time chance of being attacked, but that shouldn't be a big problem. Here we could continue onwards with the technology. I'm gonna grab an extra person. And I think I'm gonna wait for the Falcon Horus ability to be able to construct a building next turn. Now for this person, I think I'm just gonna plunk it in there and see what happens. So yeah, these sections have been improved. We have access to a new technology. And I think I'm gonna... should we go with production and food or should we go with the scouting duration? Let's use scouting duration there. And maybe let's scout here. Here we can start building our first colony. And sure, let's use that guy for it. And we're gonna use Horus to reduce a bit the time. We can hit next turn. And I think this colony got buffed a bit. So that should be fine. Now I'm curious, how many soldiers do this guy have? They have quite a lot of soldiers, so I'm gonna wait first on this raid before actually going in. We have one extra person available. Maybe we can build something. And sure, let's try to build field of grain 7. It will cost us a lot of production. I don't think we can do it in quickly, but we'll see. We have attacked here, we've gotten an extra 62 food, but our food was nerfed a bit. I'm gonna add some people here. We still need some resources in order to continue the building. I'm actually gonna subdue the final tribe in here. It will cost us 329, but actually we don't have enough food to attempt it. So for this guy, can we explore something? Sure, let's go here. So here we have found this location. Let's move on. This game gave us some authority. We could use the Cult of Horus again to finish this building. But I'm kinda tempted to get another boost to culture to be able to go through the tech tree a bit faster. Yeah, I kinda want to do this now. To get the bonus from culture. And maybe this guy I'm gonna place in here for 1 turn. And now the game asks us to trade with Palestine. So we need to explore quite a lot of the map, but that's good because it gave us a bonus of minus 40% for scouting now. Here we're kinda going with an military build, so we're getting pretty hostile to our neighbors. So I think I might go with this skill right here that will strengthen, that will reduce the strength of our enemies by 5%. So let's go with weapons. We're a bit militaristic in this this playthrough. This will require too much food to do it now. So we're gonna wait a bit there. But with this guy, I think I might gonna start exploring a bit more now that we have that reduced cost. So let's do that. For technology, let's get the final one from that row and hit next turn. So we finished the fields. Well, I think if we do this and we do this, we should be able to pay for it for the next 5 turns. In terms of building, I think we can go in the near future. We'll go here to get that extra people, but we won't need it right now. Now, besides that, some people are exploring. We're gonna wait for this event to finish, and then I'm gonna take some people from here and start really exploring the map. So for now, let's just hit next turn. The fire in the potter's workshop. Unfortunately, the workshop is damaged, and in 5,500 years we'll get a one-time culture because an archaeologist will discover it. Too bad. But the good news is that the drought is finished. So now we'll get a lot of bonuses to food. Yeah. We still have 2 turns of this event, and for that I'm gonna keep it so that maybe we'll get the next technology a bit faster. And I think we're actually gonna get this one to add in a bit more to culture and get the next technologies even faster. So here we need to discover, basically explore the whole of the map. I kinda want to finish this tribe off and have complete control of our starting region. And then I'm gonna go ahead and try to explore the rest of the map. We could build this, but I actually want to wait until the workshop is finished. They're gonna attack us in 9 turns, but we do have a lot of soldiers, so I'm not really worrying about that. Should we go with the new cult selection, go again with culture? What do we have to build? We could build this one, which will cost us 50 per turn. After we build this, so in a short time we'll have a lot of, if we take this technology, we have like 3 buildings to build plus this one right now, which we can just start building. So I think I'm actually gonna go with Cult of the Horus to reduce this, because we have a lot of buildings that we need to build. And if we go with culture, we'll get a bit behind on buildings. So let's do that. Besides, I want to finish these guys off, and then I'm gonna just start exploring the rest of the map. And actually we also have these guys left. How much food does it cost to subdue them? So 11 food per turn. That's a bit much, but I think we actually can do it. So we're gonna try to subdue both of our neighbors. Now in terms of technologies, we're gonna pick that one. It costs 44 food to actually get it, because we're trying to invade those guys. We cannot afford to have a new person. So we're gonna wait for that. But we would like to start building these two buildings. Now for the map, this guy is still working here. We should start working different zones on the map, because they are usually a bit better than our location ones. But I think we're okay for this turn. We can just hit next. Here we're just gonna attack. This should be an overwhelming victory for us. And sure enough, we've managed to beat them. And now this tile is secure. We still have this guy. Let's try to build this building. We should have enough. And go to the next turn. Again, we got the debuff to our food, so we cannot expand this this turn, because we won't have enough food to continue our conquering our neighbors. So we're gonna go next turn again. Once more. And we finished this building, so which improved it even more, giving us more authority. This the benefit from cults is long way away. Technology is long way away. So we have some dead turns for now. Let's try to do some exploration. And then once we conquer these people, we can take this person to also explore. So let's have this person just explore around. And with that, we've conquered this tribe. And since we have all of the tribes in our settlement united, we get a bonus of food, production, and culture per turn. Okay, we can now build different buildings. Now this will give us an improvement of 1 stone and plus 4 pops that we can have available. This will give us authority and culture, and I think we're gonna actually go with this one, because that's a lot of because 1 extra production isn't that much in the grand scheme of things, but extra culture and authority, that's quite a lot, quite a big improvement. Now should we, instead of building it, wait for the call and maybe explore a bit more in the meantime? And actually I think I'm gonna actually do that. We can also wait the next turn to get an extra person, so let's do that. We got some extra culture from an event, and the drought has finished. Let's add a new person for technologies. This is another building. We can pick efficiency of trade and maybe try to trade with these guys. So they will offer us 4 food for 1 production. I honestly think it's a bit too bad for that, so I'm just gonna try to continue on with exploring. If I place both of these guys here, I think it's more efficient just to have 1 person there. This tile is actually pretty good, so let's try to clear up someone from our city and place him on this tile. Yeah, so we'll try to continue exploring around the Nile. I would actually want to start building that at some point, but let's hit new turn for now. Okay, and next turn. The guy have attacked us, so let's actually try to fight back, and we have enough people, so we're gonna ruin them. We're gonna beat them shortly. We lost some people, but we managed to defeat them, and that was the Set tribe. Can we actually do them? No, not really. Can we raid them back? No, not really. They have way more people than us. Can we actually raid someone else? So this guys, we might be able to actually conquer, and for the raid they would give us extra food. So we need to pay 9 food per turn. In 5 turns we'll get like 20 extra food, I think, which is not really that great. This will give us extra authority, but they have more soldiers than us. These guys would give us extra production, and we need to pay 9 food. For now, I think I'm gonna just try to explore more. We still can't use this for the scouting direction, for the scouting, unfortunately. Let's try to build this, and I'm gonna use Horus to reduce a bit the construction time. I would like to have more soldiers, to be honest, and to have more production for soldiers, but for now let's try to build that. Sure, let's lose 2 people. We're gonna add a person there. We found another hostile tribe. We'll continue on with the exploration around the Nile River. And this tells us we need to save up some resources for the Great Drought, so I'm actually gonna do that from now on. I'm not gonna build anything else. And now this tile has been improved significantly. The exploration gave us some warriors. We could trade here to get 3. Basically, it's a +3 profit of hammers, which again I don't think is that good. The other exploration requires a lot of values there. Let's get the last improvement there. And I don't know, I think I'm just gonna use these people to get some better benefits. And hit next turn. So, a new event. The Ombos captured the Hamamat tribe. Followers of the god set of Ombos have taken control over the way to the Red Sea. Hamat, a region with rich gold deposits, is now under their rule. The impudent minions of Set now forbid us to sail on the Nile through the lands, which actually means a trade blockade. 1D Hamat now under the Set control, strength of Set plus 500 soldiers, trade efficiency -50. Don't know what that actually means. What does it take to actually conquer these guys? Where we need way more soldiers than we have, unfortunately. About these ones, the same. Well, actually we could take over these guys. So efficiency of trade has went a bit low. We could still explore, I think. So let's try to do that and finish this mission. And let's add a new person and let's create more warriors for ourselves. We could build this building to get some extra technology and authority. And actually, sure, let's do that first. We're gonna be attacked with 546 soldiers. So we should be fine, but let's actually prioritize soldiers a bit. And this is the main challenge in this game. Is basically the invasion of Set. In the story of the game, you worship Ra or Horus, and there's some guys who worship Set. If you know about Egyptian mythologies, they are basically two different deities in their mythology, and basically from now on you have to fight Set and be able to beat them. Now here we can use some of our resources to reduce the strength of Set, and I think I'm gonna use these things to give some bonus to Horus, and I think I'm gonna use it, banish it to get the bonus one time. And now we have to still gather some of the resources there. We also discovered the Palestine, so we could just hit trade to finish this this mission. And the game also asks us to unite with this tribe right here. So if we want to unite, it will cost us quite a lot of resources to do it. So I think we will do it a bit later. At least do it after we finish this event. So let's hit Banish Evil here one time. And now again we have reduced it a bit, so we will need to fulfill that. And to further help us with the event, let's actually discover this to get a bonus to production. And let's try to go here to get a benefit there. And we're gonna try with production in food and maybe some burn incense to fulfill that event. Oh, come on. The extinction of elephants, we lose 2 food per turn. So let's offer food one time, let's burn incense. Gonna hit next turn. We're gonna banish evil one more time. We basically need to bring these two values together, if I'm not mistaken. Nothing else we should do, I think. Is there on the map a better spot we could use? Not really. We could keep this guy here. That debuff to trade isn't helping us too much. Maybe we could actually take this guy from here and start exploring some of the other regions. Like this one, I think. Here we get some bonus to and now we can pick efficiency of trade. So we got some bonus to building constructions. And here, sure, let's try to trade a bit. So we're gonna pick efficiency of trade right now, which should give us some bonus to trade with some of the people. We're gonna try to banish Set again. And we can hit next turn. Again, we get some debuffs to production, but let's try to banish evil, burn essence, and we managed to finish the event. So we've passed that trial, we'll get a bonus to culture, and also because we completed it with silver victory, we get a bonus to production. To get a gold complete this trial, we need to do it by 123. Honestly, if I knew the game did warn me to save up some resources, so I should have paid a little bit more attention. Again, I haven't played this game in a while, so if you get all of the gold bonuses, I think you can actually scale up a bit faster and a bit better. But anyways, nothing you can do about it. And this tile actually became really good, so I might want to try to populate it. So let's move that guy from there. We'll move that guy there. Maybe even this guy. And that should give us quite a lot of bonuses there. Can we use unite this turn? No, not really, not yet, at least. Can we build something? We could build this. Trade with Palestine now is good, but I think we should stay like this for now. These guys are invading with 546, but that should be fine. Let's get this. This should give us a bit more building options. But right now, we should try to construct that. Here we're just gonna pass some turns. We're gonna defeat these guys. Hopefully we're gonna defeat them. Actually, they might actually beat us. Yeah, we were a bit unlucky and we lost a lot of troops with that one. Yeah, unfortunate. Here we can try to unite and we will be able to actually do it, and this hopefully will give us a big bonus for soldiers. But I think this is actually a good place to end the video. So thanks a lot for joining me today, and see you next time. Bye bye.